Okay, let me just. Alright, so some triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we just lower that music stand? I can't see your hands. I can still hear them. Which is why I want to see what's going on there. No, no, no. Lower it, lower it. I didn't say move it. It's too high. Yeah. All right, a little bit faster. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's add a couple of bass drums. So let's see here. First, let's play the bass drum because we're talking about reggae, right? On 2 and 4. 2 and 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap 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 tap. Right? Think Bob Marley. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, ba. So the bass drum ought to go with the left. Left, right, left, left, right, left. Yeah. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bop, bop, da, 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 bop, 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 bop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. Up. 3, pop, pop, 3, pop, 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 pop. Gotta make it swing. Jump, 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 jump. Alright, cool. Now bass drum at B3. Almost like a, well, it's the one drop, right? The one drop is effectively a reggae groove that only has that downbeat at B3. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Bup, 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 bup. Bup 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 4 1 2 8 4. right, now let's do the steppers or the 4 steppers. So 4 on the floor on the bass drum. Okay, let me just show you the next groove, right? These are still the grooves we did last week, I know. But this time, still with singles on the snare drum. We'll also play around a little bit with accents. This one's a bit easier to do that. It's just a kind of a more danceable sort of groove. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so yeah, same thing. Let's accent first the numbers. Nice and easy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check it, the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. With accents. And the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. Okay, so now we'll accent. We'll keep the bass drums the same, but we'll accent just 1 and 3. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets. Yeah. And the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2. Make sure you count them so we don't lose track of them. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. All right, so no accents. And now we'll accent. Keep going. We'll accent the 2 and 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the left and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the triplets. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're not done yet, though. I'm just having to slow it down. Now, accents. We'll accent the numbers and the us. So it's a shuffle, but as a dynamic pattern, as accents. Accenting the numbers and the us. One. So you got, but you still have that middle triple, right? Okay, numbers and us. Ands are ghost notes. But it's a hand to hand, yeah, because but that. We'll do it a little bit slower. This will be very helpful when we start developing those hi-hat patterns in reggae, right? Chap 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 a lot. Everything's easy around here, and then this guy is just like all over the shop, which is kind of like the opposite of rock. What rock is, for example, steady hi-hats and then left-hand madness, or bass drum or whatever. Okay, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep hitting the mic. It's that molar, man. It's pop 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 pop. Pop 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 pop. Now, next one, we'll now accent. We'll play an accent at every other eighth note triplet. 1, and 3, and. 1, and 3, So it's a sort. It's not, but it's a sort of a polyrhythmic effect. It's not a polyrhythm, obviously, but it sounds like one. questions? You play it. Okay, with to the click, the pattern sounds like. I'll just vocalize the accents. Tap 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 pop 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 right. Pop 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 1 2 and 3 up and 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 1 and 2 and the 1 2 and 3 up and 1 2 and 3 up and 1 2 and 3 up up up. Right? Pretty sure we've done this before. In some other context, but we've done this before. Yeah, we good. If you guys want to write these patterns down, by the way, if that's the way you take it in, that's the way you take it in. Like, we don't need to go to, because every now and then I throw an exercise out there and I see like overwhelm, right? What? That might just be, no, but this is important to mention. That might just be because that's not the way you take information in, like by being told what to play. I'm not like that, for example. I'm the guy who goes like, yeah, you take it away. And I'm going to write it down. I don't take information in orally. It's not something that I do. It's not something that I've ever done. I've told this story. It's not even a story. It's an anecdote. 1,000,000 times. I had a teacher whose name shall not be named because this goes on YouTube. But he used to teach me everything like he would just play it. Here, do this. Literally by the 5th note of the pattern, I couldn't remember the first one. That's not how my brain processes information. I'm a read-write sort of guy. I take a lot of notes. I'm a note taker. If you read my books, even nothing to do with drums, just normal books of fiction or whatever. Fiction less, because it's more of a story. But if I'm reading a book on teaching, pedagogy, or something like that, I write another book on that book. Like, I'm always taking notes, underlining, arrows, refer back to page, blah, blah, blah. That's how my brain functions. I'm constantly doing, that's how I think, I guess. And that's a very valid thing to accept as well as a student, right? Or to first explore and then accept, I learned this way. The other ways don't really trigger me. They don't fire up my engine. And that's that. Like, I'm like, for me to take lessons these days, I gotta make sure that teacher is okay with. You're gonna have to send me, or you give me time for me to write down these patterns, or you have to send me PDFs or something like that, because this whole thing of play this lick, right? But some people, that's what they need. Funny enough, right? Doesn't matter how many hours I spend writing notes on the board. As soon as I play it, okay, you could have said so. Yeah, no, that's perfectly. Hey, we all want to get to the same thing. It doesn't really matter how we get there, right? It doesn't take, of course, like to choose a different path. It doesn't take, in my opinion, it doesn't take away from the importance of, for example, knowing how to read music. Let's say that you are more of a sonic guy, more of an oral. Does that mean that you don't need to learn how to read music? Probably not. I wouldn't say that. Because you still want that independence of being able to go home and look at the notes and actually understand what they mean without needing the parrot always like, this is how it goes, this is how it goes. That becomes a bit of a limitation. Right? So it's understanding what triggers, but then use all the other ones as well. Right? So there are fundamentally 5 ways to learn. Not to learn, I shouldn't say that. To start the learning process. Right? Some people are visual learners, meaning they watch someone else do and they emulate. Some people are oral learners, so they actually need to close their eyes and just listen. We've seen people doing this all the time. They look away, they look up, they look down. But they're trying to take it in through this guy. Some people, like myself, are more of read-write learners. Give me the notes. Let me take notes. Let me write stuff on top. Like, don't forget to open the hi-hat. I'm that guy. Some people are kinesthetic learners. They got like everything is like okay, I think I got it until they actually start doing it. That's definitely not me. I only started playing when I already know what I'm going to do, and that's five, I think. Yeah. And it's important to know what each one of those, or not what, but yeah, like it's important to know which one of those approaches is the one that connects the dots for you, right? That makes the penny drop, basically. Is it writing? Is it listening? Is it doing it but slowly, right? Slow motion sort of practice, whatever. And once again, yes, I am a read-write learner, but then I need to do it as well, like anyone else. That's not practice. Like it's just what starts it for me, what makes me understand the concept. For me, it's looking at notes, actual text, right? For some people, that's just even more confusing. What they really need to is to listen to you doing it. Fair enough. And these days, here's I guess, a positive, not a caveat, but a positive add-on. These days, you can actually go from notes, like say I give you the notes, and you go home and you're like, oh, man, this is not really how I take it in. You go online, you use a transcribing, like some sort of transcribing software. You type them in, and then you push play. Boom, and the computer plays it back. That's it, problem solved. Right? It doesn't really matter. These days, it doesn't really matter. Like back in the day, if I gave you a book and your approach was more of a, I'm a listening kind of guy, yeah, that would be a problem. But nowadays, there's apps for this, apps for that, websites. It's fairly easy to go from, and soon enough, you'll be able to even see someone doing it on demand with AIs and stuff like that. You know, it won't be a person, but you know, a 3D model of a person actually moving and playing the pattern probably better than most people. Programmed by Dave Wackel and right? I don't see why that's not even a possibility for tomorrow. Like that, what they do with movies and stuff. Like they have all those patches and dot. I don't even know what that's called, but body modeling.
I was trying to think the other day with like the new Google artificial intelligence
Mm.
ones, and it's unbelievable. You know, compared to how it is at the moment, it's quite robotic, and it's talking to this other machine and giving it instructions, and
Yeah, but nowadays Alexa talks to you. Like literally talks to you. Like you like I'm not gonna say bad words because once again this goes on YouTube. But but you swear at Alexa and she goes like, that's not necessary.
yeah,
And you're like, really?
we have that schoolboy humour in the.
This is where we are.
They keep asking it questions just to see what response it gets. It's like really.
And
Goes, that's not nice.
but
Okay.
it's hilarious, right? That's not necessary.
Yeah, no,
She
yeah,
speaks to you in that very
yeah.
soft-spoken voice. And you're like, don't be condescending.
Yeah.
I'm smacking in the face.
Yeah, Friday was like, that's not nice because we're asking it all sorts of
All right, let's write that down and then we'll all this together.
I've even got what we're writing down.
See?
I know.
We did. Eighth note triplets with an accent on the one, the and the and. And then three and. So one accent at every other eighth note triplet. Yes, we did that. Yeah. And now it's reggae. which is again like this. Of course, rhythm is rhythm, right? The ideas are pretty limited. If you're playing in eighth note triplets, you've got 12 of them. It's not, it's not that complex, is it? It's context, of course. Then we gotta talk about texture, how you transfer those same ideas onto a different style of music, like sound-wise and stuff. Right? How loud should the accents be? Let me just. Is that right? Okay, so here we go. One, two, three, four. One, a two, and a three, and a four, and a one, and a two, and a three, and a four, and a one, and a two, and a three, and a four, and a and a three, and a four, and a one, and a two, and three, up, and one, and three, and right? One and a two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a lower the left. Noise. Noise. Okay. All right, so let's get into the grooves. The first one actually uses this pattern. Boing. It's a steppers. It belongs to the category of steppers, meaning 4 on the floor on the bass drum. It starts fairly easy. We've got a cross stick or snare drum on beat 3, but it's the hi-hat that is sneaky. Right? We've got a little bit of syncopation right there. Right, so quarter note, and then 4, and then resolves at beat 2. Okay, so 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Doom, doom. Get, get. Okay? I'm gonna arrange hi-hats. One here. That's it. Simple. Doesn't take much. I don't think because I think it's an easy on the ear sort of rhythm, especially within the reggae context, because it's such a classic sort of syncopated broken triplet sort of feel that they use a lot. If we let me just. Like if we hear this,
I will protect my kids.
not
He broke into the wrong house.
right, that sort of pattern just fits like a glove. That syncopated triplet. Check it out. I'll just sing it, and it will work. Chip, 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 chip. So you have chip, 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 chip. Right, that's the triplet. That's it. That's the groove. It's not to be abused, right? So I was kind of playing it a little bit too much, but as a little embellishment on the hi-hat, it's simple, not necessarily easy, but it's simple enough. It's subtle enough. It's not going to overpower the song, which is, I believe, a very good premises to understand how to embellish a reggae groove. Subtle is the key, without compromising the chop, chop, boom, boom, chop, chop, because it's all about the groove, isn't it? All right, so let's say 3 minutes, and then we'll do it together.
That's the mistake I keep making as well.
It's a 2-bar groove. If you you guys just loop that, you're gonna end up thinking it's supposed to sound like a shuffle. It's not, because it's that phrase right there that is key. Right, which is the same one we were doing just before with the accents. Right, you've got first note of the beat, third note of the beat, second note of the beat. Play one, skip one, play one, skip one, play one, skip one, and then boom, resumes back to quarter notes at beat 2 of the next bar. So it's important that we don't fall into that trap of just looping the one bar, because then it tricks the ear to, well, you just won't hear the rhythm that you're supposed to be hearing, right? Because you end up with this 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the, and that's not what it is, right? It's a 2-bar groove. So 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 4 and the. All right, we ought to, let's actually just do just that, the hi-hat pattern. Right? So. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and a 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 2, 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and a 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and a 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and a 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the pop chop 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 1 2 3 4 3 4 1 2 3 4 3 4 1 2 3 4 and 3 4. Okay, let's make it even more hardcore. But it's easier actually. Because we'll play that pattern. Let me see how I can do this. Give me 2 minutes and I'll write it, because I've got software here. I'll write it down so we can all play it together. That is the it.
Quarter note triplets, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
Welcome to the lesson.
Quarter note triplets they are.
Better late than never, I suppose.
And then, well, we add the bass drum. The bass drum is playing quarter notes.
I'm glad I joined.
But now try, for example, a bar. Bass drums, we'll keep the bass drums the same, four on the floor, then quarter notes. One bar, you play the hi-hat. It's not the practice pad, but the hi-hat as quarter notes as well, so unison. And then the second bar, we shift the hi-hat phrase into that. Quarter note triplets. So one bar, quarter notes, one bar, quarter note triplets. This bass drum stays the same. So you end up with 1, 2, and the 3, and the 4, and the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, and the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, and the 1, and the 2, 5, 9. Right, so then to also train that ability to go in and out of the pattern. That's just that. That. What you're doing is just that.
Oh,
We'll do one bar with quarter notes on the hi-hat, one bar with quarter note triplets.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Jap, 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 jap. Now we'll do it all together so we play the same thing at the same time. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. We'll start with the quarter note. 2, 3, and go. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5. Quarter notes. Chop, 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 pop, 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 pop. Good. One and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and a 2 and the 3 and a 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 3 and a 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and a 2 and the 3 and a 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and a 2 and the 3 and a 4 and the 1 and the nice. And the 4 and the 1 and a 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and a 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and a 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the pop 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 pop. Very nice. Then we can do half a bar of each pattern. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, 2, 3, go. Quarter, 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 triple. Quarter, 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 triple. Right. Jump, jump, jump. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the pop 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 pop. Hey 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 2 3 up 4 3 and up 4 and the 1. 3 and the 4 and the 1. 3 and the 4 and the 1. Nice. Good. One and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3. Lights. Ba 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 ba. One and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. All right, pause there. Next step, we can do it two ways. We won't do it two ways now, but we can. We can go back to 1 bar of each pattern because we'll be adding the snare drum at beat 3. So now, let's say we do 1 bar of each. We end up with this. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. Right? And then, of course, half a bar of each. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2. Okay? So 1 bar of each first, and then we'll actually have to move on. Here we go. Snare drum at beat 3 now. 1 bar of each pattern. Quarter note triplets. 3, 4, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and the 3 and 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and up, up, 5, 5, hey, 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 5, hey, hey, bum, 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 ga, 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 All right, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. So the group that we were preparing was that. As always, I'll send you guys the files and all of that. All right, there's another one. Actually, I had two more, but we'll have to skip. Or not skip. Let me think. Because next week we're doing drum fills. This is almost a drum fill. The other one, not that one that you're seeing, but the other one. So we'll do it next week. Another variation. This is another reggae rhythm, if you will, lick, whatever, phrase. If anyone can tell me what that rhythm is, to that point that we were saying earlier, like the rhythms are the rhythms, right? Like it gets to a point that it's always the same stuff. Does anyone recognize that pattern? We've done it so many times. I'll wait 15 seconds and then I'll give you guys a clue.
Yeah, we did it in the like, I can't remember the name. We did it in like Samba or something like that.
Go on, go on. You're onto something. You are onto something. It's definitely that.
I remember it from that.
It's what you're thinking. What's the name of it?
Bayonne.
Bayão. The clue I was going to give is it rhymes with my name.
Yeah, because the time's one. Obviously, you're not playing two. It's one.
And of two,
Two.
three. That's the Bayão indeed. Also, the Bayão, but it has many names. That's something that is also relevant to mention. In this context, we're talking about Jamaican, Afro-Caribbean music. It's known as the calypso. But it's the same pattern.
Yeah.
It's the calypso. It can appear as a syncopated phrase, like you see, just a sort of a lick. Or it can be a groove in itself, like. A calypso is often played as a two-handed 16th note, like this. Right. We sort of enter the world of Afrobeat, which is, of course, a cousin of reggae music. All right, let's give that a go. It's very simple, right? Hi-hat, snare drum, bass drum in unison. But then what we will do, we will alternate that with a more traditional, at least traditional looking, because that's also fairly traditional, but reggae groove, like a one drop, for example. That sort of groove, by the way, just for context, it's often used in the bridge section of a reggae tune. So they come the boom boom cha boom chung 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 ra ka ka kun ka kun 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 kun. It's like the high energy build up sort of section of the tune. They all go a little bit crazy there. All right, so that's of course not in triplets, although they could be played swung, of course. But we'll play that as we see it, all right? Eighth notes and quarter notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and but. So we got but, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, this could be also played as 16th notes, right? Not this pedal. It's not the Jojo Mayer pedal, is it? Okay. All right. So let's do that. Let's combine that with a bar of groove. For example, I don't know, like the one drop or the four steppers. Let's do the one drop. Screw it. All right. So bass drum. Just to remind ourselves, that's the one drop. All right. Quarter notes on the hi-hat. Quarter notes on the hi-hat, bass drum and snare drum at beat 3 only. We'll play, let's say, 2 bars of each. 2 bars of groove, 2 bars of the other fella, the calypso, bayon thingy. Yeah. So let's see here, because I'm gonna have to be the click now, because the tablet's gone. I think that's sort of the tempo we were playing at. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, ba. Right, 2 bars of each. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, cha, ga, 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 dee, dee, goo, goo, goo. Okay, all right. So let's start that again. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, switch. Alright, we'll do a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 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 and 4. 1 and 2. Bass drum on 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 3. 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 1 and 2 and 3 Simple one to finish this off. The other one that we had to skip, I'll show you guys. Is this.